Batman. Batman. My fucking phone went off. Batman. The Caped Crusader. The Dark Knight. The Shroud of Gotham. Well, you get the picture. Today we will be covering Batman's origin and also the Joker's. In another video, we will be covering all of Batman's stories and villains. Enjoy and comment anything you don't want to see. Hello. Today we're going to be reading the wiki of Batman and Joker. Yeah. This is going to be fun. I'm going to learn some things I've probably never known. I'm going to just read base Batman because I'll go more in detail probably on a separate video just about Batman and then one just about Joker. But let's go ahead and start. Batman is the superhero protector of Gotham City, a man dressed like a bat who fights against evil and strikes terror in the hearts of criminals everywhere. And his secret identity he assumes the alias of Bruce Wayne, billionaire, industrialist, and notorious playboy. Though Bruce Wayne is technically his real name, this Bruce Wayne is a disguise. That the man he would have been had his parents not been murdered before his eyes, when he was no more than a mere boy. Although Batman possesses no superhuman powers, he is one of the world's smartest men and greatest fighters. His physical prowess and technical what the fuck is that word? Ingenuity make him an incredibly dangerous opponent. He is also a founding member of the Justice League and the Outsiders. Dick Grayson. Why did you say that name? The first crime orphan to Dick Grayson, the first crime orphan to assume the identity of Robin and be nicknamed the Boy Wonder. And currently uses the alias of Nightwing, is Wayne's hand-picked successor. Batman was created by writer Bill Finger and artist Bob Kane, first appearing in Detective Comics issue 27 in 1939. Since then, Batman has been one of the most well-known DC Comics characters, rivaling Superman and Wonder Woman throughout his entire publication history and even in other media. This also extends to a supporting cast in his rogues gallery, particularly his archenemy, the Joker. We will get to that first. We'll definitely get to the Joker soon. Alright, we're reading Bruce Wayne, New Earth. It starts with a quote. This is actually a quote from Superman. Hold on. Oh shit. Fuck. Ow. Fuck. I mean, shoot. Or whatever, I don't know. This fucking lid doesn't fit this cup. Hold on. I gotta fuck. Sometimes I admit I think of Bruce as a man in a costume. Then, with some gadget from his utility belt, he reminds me that he has an extraordinarily inventive mind, and how lucky I am to be able to call on him. Superman. Batman is the vigilante protector of Gotham City, and the patriarch of the Batman family, a man dressed like a bat who fights against evil and strikes terror into the hearts of criminals. I just fucking read this. Having witnessed the murder of his parents as a young boy, he began a crusade against crime in Gotham City. Although he has no superhuman powers, he is one of the world's greatest detectives and the most practiced crime fighters. Excuse me. That's okay. Someone fucking kill whoever wrote this. He has also been a member of the Justice League of America and founder of and leader of the Outsiders. What the fuck is the Outsiders? I might read about this, like in a Teams episode or something. Real name, Bruce Wayne. Main alias, Batman. Other aliases, Insider. Matches Malone. Robin. Atman. Hai An Wusu. Don't know what that means. Detective Hawk. Paul Grant. Black Pirate. Frank Dixon and Lefty Knox. Relatives. Simon Hurt, ancestor. Roderick Kane, maternal grandfather. Betsy Kane, maternal grandmother. Patrick Wayne, paternal. What the fuck? Oh, Patrick Wayne, paternal grandfather. Thomas Wayne, father. Fucking dad. Martha Wayne, mother. Dead. Alfred Pennyworth, legal guardian. Nathan Kane, uncle. Agatha Wayne, aunt. Damian Wayne, son. Dick Grayson, adopted son. Jason Todd, adopted son. Tim Drake, adopted son. Cassandra Kane, adopted daughter. I really don't know these people. I'm gonna read about the entire Bat family and just all of Gotham in this video too. I'll probably do that before the Joker and his supervillains. His other supervillains. I will not be doing alternate universe Batman, like different universes. I can't. Listen, Charlie, since like you're probably one of the only ones I'm sending this to, if I send it to either Ernesto or Chris, comment below if you want me to do the other universes and just other, if you want me to do Marvel and stuff, just other stuff you want me to do. Genuinely, like, comment shit you want me to do, because I will do it. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm not done. Affiliation, Batman family, Batman Incorporated, Outsiders, Wayne Enterprises, formerly Justice League of America, Club of Heroes, White Lantern Corps. Really? Sinestro Corps. Justice League Task Force, Justice League International, Justice League Detroit. Fucking Detroit. Fucking Justice League Detroit. Okay. Base of operations, Batcave, Stately Wayne Manor, Gotham City, damn. Hall of Justice, formerly. Justice League Watchtower, JLA Watchtower. Status. Alignment. What's the fucking D&D? Good. Identity. Secret identity. Citizenship. American. Marital status. Single. Occupation. Adventurer. Businessman. Characteristics. He is male. 6'2", 210 pounds, 95 kilograms. Blue eyes, black hair. He's from New Earth, and his creator was Bill Finger and Bob Kane. Though we've been over this. This new Batman was his first appearance was Batman 401, November 1986. History. Origins. Main article. Batman Origins. Early life. When Bruce was 4, he fell down the family well into the caverns beneath Wayne Manor. I'm already fucking up. Oh, I'm not cutting this out. Beneath Wayne Manor, attracting the attention of several bats. His father eventually came to his rescue. These caves would later become the Batcave. At the age of 8, Bruce and his parents, wealthy physician Dr. Thomas Wayne, and his wife, Martha, were walking home from the Monarch Theater one night when they were held up at gunpoint by a mugger who demanded the pearl necklace that Martha was wearing. When Dr. Wayne refused to surrender it, both he and Martha were shot dead in the streets. The killer was a criminal known as Joe Chill. Fortunately, physician and social worker Leslie Tompkins was making a house call that night and arrived to give loving comfort to the traumatized Bruce. He was then raised on the Wayne Manor estate with help from the wise and loyal butler Alfred Pennyworth. Bruce had very few friends during his childhood. Training. Bruce swore an oath to rid the city of the evil that had taken his parents' lives. He spent his youth traveling the world, training himself to intellectual and physical perfection, and learning a variety of crime-fighting skills, including chemistry, criminology, forensics, martial arts, gymnastics, disguise, and escape artistry. At age 14, Bruce Wayne began his global sojourn, attending courses at Cambridge and Sorbonne, Berlin School of Science, and other. Oh, that doesn't say and. Jesus. At age 14, Bruce Wayne began his global sojourn, attending courses at Cambridge, the Sorbonne, Berlin School of Science, and other European universities, only taking subjects that suited him and his plan. However, he never stayed long and would often drop out after one semester. While abroad, he studied and received training in multiple martial arts styles from various instructors in different countries. He learned manhunting from Frenchman Henry Ducard, stealth and reconnaissance under the Japanese ninja Kirigi, and other certified shinobi, hunting under the African Bushman, the Ghost Tribe, the Ghost, in parentheses, the Ghost Tribes of the Tenite Brotherhood, among others. Hand-to-hand combat under the tutelage of Ted Grant, a world champion boxer, and David Kane, one of the world's premier assassins. Traditional healing disciplines under Nepalese monks, and even ventriloquism under skilled practitioners. Bruce also trained with Chu-Chen Li and Tsunemoto and martial arts. He was trained in Kung Fu by Richard Dragon. He was also trained in archery by Oliver Queen. Oh shit, Green Arrow? Oh yeah, it's really cool. At the age of 17, Bruce was trained by Detective Harvey Harris to improve his detective skills. At age 20, he attempted to join the FBI, but after learning about its regulations and conduct, Wayne deducted that he would never be able to completely oppose crime while working within the legal system. The final mentor Bruce trained with was bounty hunter Willie Doggett. When Bruce and Willie were tracking a target, Willie was killed, and Bruce managed to fight off the target by throwing him over a cliff, along with his parka. Luckily, Bruce was rescued by a shaman and survived. After this, Bruce returned to Gotham after 12 years of training at the age of 25. Batman Begins. Bruce Wayne returned to Gotham City after many years of study and training, with his body and mind developed to perfection. Despite having all of the skills and methods to fight crime, he still felt that there was something missing in the completion of his physical and mental arsenal. Wayne discovered the answer late one night, sitting in his manor. He recalled the fear of bats as a child, after a large one crashed through one of the windows. He ultimately decided to make his appearance resemble a bat's. Wayne designed himself a costume equipped with experimental technology and set out against the crime and corruption, not corporation, that thrived in Gotham City. Wayne's tactics to oppose crime as a vigilante at night proved successful, leading him to become an urban legend in Gotham City. He revealed himself at a dinner of one of the most influential and corrupt figures in Gotham City, and promised them that their reigns on the city would eventually end. Wayne's first ally was Assistant District Attorney Harvey Dent. Most of the Gotham City Police Department was sent in force to capture him. He gained his most powerful ally when he met Police Lieutenant James Gordon, one of the few honest cops on the force. The two developed a working relationship, operating outside the law when they needed to. Rogues Gallery. Batman's presence in Gotham City generated a new breed of criminals, no longer the simple thugs and gangsters involved in Gotham organized crime, but more dynamic personalities. The first person inspired by him was Catwoman, a dangerous seductress, using his style and methods towards her own ends. His next challenge was Dr. Hugo Strange, a mad scientist who had created monster men to do his bidding. He met the greatest nemesis when the Joker first appeared, a brilliant serial killer dressing like a clown and murdering people uncontrollably. He had been exposed to chemicals in an accident that drove him completely insane, and he swore revenge on Gotham for creating him. This confrontation led to the creation of the Bat Signal, a giant spotlight displayed in the sky whenever there is danger and Batman is needed. There would be many more villains starting to appear with them this time. The Scarecrow was an outcast who developed techniques to strike terror into the hearts of his victim for his own pleasure. The Riddler was another deranged genius who felt psychological compulsion that who felt a psychological compulsion to demonstrate his intellectual superiority. I really thought I fucking had that. And constructed elaborate crimes while delivering clues, daring law enforcement to catch him. Poison Ivy attempted to destroy the city when an advanced connection to plant life led her to wage a personal war against humanity. The psychotic Mr. Freeze used dangerous experimental technology to take revenge against society when his wife died. Another crime boss appeared named the Penguin, who acted as an eccentric criminal mastermind without any crippling mental illness other than a desire to prove himself. Many of these villains were kept in Arkham's Asylum for the criminally insane. I'm assuming we're getting into the first arc of the explanation, I guess. The Long Halloween. Batman and his trusted allies, James Gordon and Harvey Dent, met up on the rooftop of police headquarters one night, and they swore that they would bring down the organized crime syndicates led by Carmine, the Roman, Falcone, Sal Maroni, that were completely controlling their town, although it was necessary to bend the rules in their efforts. They agreed that they would never break them, and Wait, hold on a sec. Why is this in the playlist? Sorry. Although it was necessary to bend the rules in their effort. They agreed that they would never break them and become as bad as the evil they fought against. Meanwhile, a serial killer named Holiday began stalking prominent mafiosos and shooting them dead. There was suspicion immediately cast on the three men. The triumvirate? What the fuck is that? And the possibility that it might be someone trying to remove their competition. Gotham's new breed of criminals was replacing the traditional gangsters, and the underground was slowly being taken over by costumed freaks with no respect for the old ways. Batman's presence was arguably the cause of this. Amongst the killings, Falcone's son, Alberto, was murdered. Bruce Wayne went on his first date with Selina Kyle around this time, who flirted with him as Catwoman by night, unaware of his alter ego. In his desperation, the Roman changed the game by employing supervillains in his activities. Falcone and Maroni each believed that the other was responsible for Holiday, and their gang wars tore Gotham apart. Harvey Dent became a leading suspect because of his vindictive attitude towards criminals. Bruce Wayne was also suspected of involvement with the Romans organization and arrested. His father, Thomas Wayne, had reluctantly performed emergency surgery on a young Carmine Falcone for bullet wounds and indebted him making him indirectly responsible for the Roman Empire. Bruce's trial proved his innocence thanks to the testimony of Alfred Pennyworth. Dent later admitted, Dent later admitted this was a mistake, and Maroney brought himself into custody with the intention of spilling his secrets before he was killed. At the trial, Maroney smuggled in a bottle of acid and threw it at Dent's face during the prosecution, leaving him horribly disfigured. This also drove him insane, and he killed a doctor escaping from the hospital. They arrived at the conclusion that Harvey Dent was Holiday, and Batman attempted to find him after he escaped. While Gordon was transporting the gangster to a different cell, Holiday appeared and shot Sal Maroney in the head, finally revealing his real identity. Alberto Falcone. Having faked his own death, Batman was disguised as the guard accompanying them, and he beat Holiday down before taking him to custody. Harvey Dent reappeared, calling himself Two-Face after the nature of his personal tragedy, taking a team of villains into the Roman's private office as the two leaders battled. Batman arrived and put most of the criminals down, but he was unable to stop Two-Face from shooting Carmine Falcone twice in the head. The three men, Batman, Gordon, and Dent, had a final meeting on the rooftop of police headquarters. Dent was accused of betraying the things he believed in, but he insisted that his methods were the only ones that actually got rid of the Roman, and he did what he needed to. He was arrested, and although Batman and Gordon had seen one of the best men they knew completely broken, they still maintained that Gotham City could be saved and ridden of evil. Neither of them was willing to give up. So that's The Long Halloween. That sounds really cool. I, of course, suggest all of these you read because, well, it sounds really fucking cool. And I might read some of these too. No, honestly. Justice League Origins. There's several stories of the first time Batman met Superman, the greatest of his friends and allies, although he won't admit it. In the first version, Superman came to Gotham viewing Batman as a dangerous criminal and attempted to arrest him for his vigilante tactics. They were forced to work together, tracking down the dangerous psychopath Magpie, and Superman realized that although his own style of crime fighting was suitable for his environment, the Batman did what he needed to protect the city. They both gained respect for each other, although they doubted they would ever work together again. In another version, they both met as Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent while they were forced to share a room on a cruise ship. Oh, that I read about that's really fucking cool. I really like that. But that's a vibe. They are made aware of each other's secret identities when both are called up upon to fight threats, including Deathstroke and the Crime Syndicate. A Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman Trinity, Clark later introduced him to Wonder Woman while chasing the Purge, led by Ra's al Ghul. Actually, had no clue how to pronounce that. Correct me. His methods, however, created tensions between them. He later rescued her from Bizarro, and she fled to the Themyscira. After finding her, he kissed her. Damn! When he was overwhelmed by her beauty and the island's enchantments, leaving a memory which he kept fighting for. Though he was decked by her in response. After being surprised by his gesture of retrieving her lasso of truth, and Superman stating that despite his methods, he was a brave man who fought for justice. In this house, Batman's a hero. He's a great Gotham needs to explorer. And in this house, Batman's a hero. He was a brave man who fought for justice despite no powers. She came to see him As a complicated man, she also wondered about him acting alone, finding him obsessive after defeating Ra's al Ghul and Bizarro. She came to see him as a loyal companion, though this contradicts her own comics where she first met both him and Superman during the Legends event. There was a great team up between many heroes to fight the alien what the fuck, Appalachian invaders, including these three, along with Aquaman, the Flash, Green Lantern, and Martian Manhunter. Eventually, they would decide that they could better protect the planet if they permanently joined forces, and they became the Justice League of America. I will read about the rest of Batman stuff in a separate video about Batman. Now we're going on to one of his films. Oh my god. Fucking alarm jump scare. Oh my god. Okay. Also, yes, I will be covering each Justice League member in entirety, reading their entire wiki page eventually, but those will be in their separate videos. This will just be going over Batman synopsis, Superman, all of the Justice League people, and their main antagonists, like the Joker. The Joker. I've proved my point. I've demonstrated there's no difference between me and everyone else. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day. You had a bad day once, am I right? I know I am. I can tell. You had a bad day, and everything changed. Why else would you dress up like a flying rat? You had a bad day. It drove you as crazy as everyone else. Only you won't admit it. You have to keep pretending like life makes sense. That there's some point to all of this struggling. God, you make me want to puke. The Joker is the homicidal maniac and the I can't. The Joker is the homicidal maniac and the arch enemy of the Batman. Completely unpredictable with no regard for human life. The Joker finds murder and mayhem funny and is perhaps the most dangerous man on Earth, with body count stretching into the thousands, all centered around his obsession with the Batman. Real name, unknown. Main alias, the Joker. Other aliases, Johnny Jape, Red Hood, Domino Killer, Gravedigger, Joker, that's fucking stupid, Oberon Sexton, what a fucking name, The Fool, Detective Joker. Relatives, Gianni, wife, deceased, unborn son, deceased, damn, Wani Machin, possible son, Melvin Rapin, okay, Ray Pan, not rapin'. Affiliation, Injustice League, formerly Injustice Gang, Joker League of Anarchy, and Justice League of Arkham. Base of operations, Arkham Asylum, Gotham City, and Ha Hacienda. What the fuck is Ha Hacienda? Alignment, bad. Identity, secret identity. Citizenship, American. Marital status, widowed. Occupation, criminal, mass murderer, terrorist. Former Iranian ambassador, stand-up comedian, chemical engineer. Characteristics, gender, male. Height, 6'5". Weight, 192 pounds, or 87 kilograms. Eyes, green, brown, formerly. Hair, green, brown, formerly. Skin, white. Origin, New Earth. Creators: Jerry Robinson, Bill Finger, and Bob Kane. First appearance: Detective Comics number 569. Nice. December 1986. Origins. Accounts of the Joker's origins have been varied and numerous. He himself has told the story of how he came to be, with several different variations, saying that sometimes he remembers it one way, sometimes another, and that if he has to have a past, he prefers it to be multiple choice. What has remained the most consistent is that the first encounter with the Batman, while he was acting in the identity of the Red Hood, along with a gang of other thugs committing a robbery in or near the Ace Chemical Processing Plant. During this robbery, he either tripped into a vat of chemicals or was accidentally pushed in by Batman. Most versions end with him falling into chemicals which bleach his skin, make his hair green, and give him a maniacal red smile. Sometimes the chemicals are also blamed for his mental state, and the combination of chemical exposures and possible brain damage due to oxygen deprivation have been cited as factors in his insanity. His activity between the accident and the chemical factory and his first public appearance as the Joker is unknown, but his return to the Gotham City crime scene was a spectacular one. He announced himself on television after murdering a reporter with Joker venom, and publicly told the police that he intended to murder local millionaire Henry Claridge that evening after the stroke of midnight. Despite taking every security measure possible, Joker managed to kill his intended victim and nearly contaminated Gotham City's entire water supply with his poison. But Batman was able to stop him. The Joker was successfully incarcerated, but not for long. Gotham City life. Incarceration would prove no obstacle for the mirthful menace, and he quickly rose to become one of the top members of Batman's rogues gallery. He would find a frequent home in Arkham Asylum, Gotham's local psychiatric institution, where he would most commonly find himself imprisoned. Despite the Asylum's efforts to contain him, he viewed it as sort of a revolving door, and even a place to simply rest up between his plans. He often committed crime for the sheer enjoyment of it, or specifically to cause pain to others, which he sees as part of the big joke. Although not all of his criminal endeavors earned him money, he must have had a significant bankroll and has had possessions as outrageous as a full truck-mounted heat-seeking warhead. The Joker had a substantial list of significant crimes. His most consistent theme has been personal attacks against Batman, often through loved ones and members of the Batman family, but he had shown complete indifference as to who the victims were, as it didn't really matter to him. Though many feared to form an alliance with the Joker, the Clown Prince of Crime was recruited into a gang of supervillains led by Two-Face to battle Carmine Falcone's criminal empire. As one of his tasks, the Joker had to eliminate Mario Falcone, but the hit was unsuccessful. The group was also responsible for the Columbus Day Massacre of Gotham's mob bosses, including Bobby the Don Gazzo. The team disbanded after a battle with the Hangman and a battle in the Batcave with the newly formed dynamic duo,